The US market for foldable phones is about to get so much more competitive and so much more crowded. For so long, it was just the Z Fold. And then we got, like in the same year, we got the OnePlus Open and the Pixel Fold. And that was really cool. We had three folding phones at once. But then OnePlus just kind of stopped doing their thing. So then we were down to two. This year, we're going to be up to four. We're going to have a Fold from Samsung. We're going to have the Pixel Fold. We're going to have the Moto Razr Fold. And we're going to have the Apple iPhone Ultra, or whatever it is they're going to end up calling this thing, their foldable phone. Things are going to get very, very exciting and interesting very, very quickly. We have an article here on Counterpoint Research where they're making some predictions about how this is going to shake out, this heavyweight battle for folding phone market share. And they think Apple is going to step in and immediately be a dominant force, capturing 46% share in 2026. Let me just say first and foremost, that would be pretty crazy. But let's kind of look at their reasoning here. Let's just take a look at this little pie chart that we have here first off. And they're showing that 2025, Samsung has 51% of the folding phone market in North America. Motorola has 44%. I don't think people realize how much market share they have. All they've been selling are flip phones, but they have been very, very good at selling flip phones just like this one. Now, we have seen from another source, I believe it was IDC, they have Motorola closer to 50% or 51% market share, if I'm remembering correctly. It was something in that 50% range. It's always hard to know. Like, these are all analyst firms. Where are they getting their information from? When did they sample the data? It's confusing. But nonetheless, Samsung at around 50, Motorola somewhere in that same general ballpark. Google is there. Okay, they're around at that 5% mark. OnePlus not represented on this graph. They think that in 2026, which is the year we're currently in, we're going to see 48% year over year growth. I get comments all the time. Excuse me for a moment as I get on my soapbox momentarily. I get comments all the time. Folding phones are just the next 3D TV. They're dying. They're going to go away. Why are you talking about them so much? No, they're not. Folding phones are selling more and more every year. They are not going away. This is not going to be the next 3D TV. If you say that, you don't know much about 3D TVs. You don't know much about folding phones. Maybe you don't know much about either. Do I think that they're going to be the dominant form of phones? Everyone's going to carry a folding phone and slap phones are going to go away? No, I don't think that's going to happen. But they are going to be a persistent and consistent niche that is not going anywhere. I digress. Like I said, 48% growth year over year. Apple goes from 0% market share to 46. And as you can see, everyone else drops to a much lower number. But if you think about it, well, okay, we have a new player coming in, and if they get anything other than 0%, everyone is going to have to drop in terms of market share. But the drop that these other brands, Motorola, Samsung, Google, the drop that they are having isn't just that their numbers are staying the same and Apple is just adding a bunch of new sales. They're actually dropping more than that. So just some really basic math. Like if you take this number here being, 100, and then you increase it by 48%, let me do some quick math there. That's 148. You can then take these numbers. You can say, what's 29% of 148? What's 23% of 148? What you get is a lower number than what we had over here. Samsung, Moto, Google, according to this prediction, they will actually be selling fewer folding phones, while not only does Apple go from selling 0 to selling something, they actually come in and sell more than any of them. Now, I am no math magician, but I do think that that is an appropriate way to analyze that data, and it's not like fully shocking to me. I don't think that anyone would be really all that surprised if Apple sold more of the folding iPhone than Samsung sells of the Z Fold 8. I don't think that would be too shocking. We know how powerful Apple is. They sell so many phones, and all they sell are their high-end phones. Like, Samsung often is competitive, if not beating them in total phones shipped, but they sell a ton of like cheaper phones as well. Apple competes with the total volume of Samsung only with premium phones. So the idea that they could sell a lot of folding iPhones, not particularly hard for me to believe. I know that the Apple Vision Pro debacle might give you some like cause for concern that Apple fans won't just buy any Apple product, and I think that that's fair, but I do think they're not going to price this thing at like $3,000. I think it'll be $1999. I think it'll be right there where the Z Fold 8 is likely to be, and I think it's going to be very, very competitive. What's interesting to me is that they think that Motorola is going to be by far the biggest loser in this equation, and that's where I just don't know that I'm fully on board. I think that a lot of people are excited for the Moto Razr Fold, and we have now seen the pre-orders begin in the UK, and it's, look, priced pretty aggressively, and maybe that's why. Maybe Motorola is worried. Maybe they feel like they have to be super, super aggressive. They are priced at £1,799, but they're doing a discount down to $1,579, and they're packing in earbuds, a watch, and a stylus. Maybe this isn't a coincidence. Maybe they have data too that says, hey, we've been doing pretty good with our flip phones. We're going to release this book style folding phone. Here comes Apple. We have to be really, really aggressive. I do want to very quickly kind of talk about what this might mean in the US, because this is specifically about North America, and that is obviously not a North American price. We've been speculating for weeks now what this thing might cost, the Razr Fold, when it comes over to North America. I've talked about how most of the time, if Motorola has a price in pounds, it's the same price in dollars. It's $9.99, it's $9.99. Normally they're within about $100 of the pound number. But I don't know exactly how this is going to shake out in a couple of different ways. One, we don't know if the bundle is going to be coming to North America. Good Lord, do I hope it does. I really, really want that bundle. But we definitely don't know about the price either. Like I said, past history would point us towards $17.99 being the price in dollars. But then, some things muddy the water. Like, here's the Z Fold 7 in the UK, and it's £17.99. It's $19.99. So what if when the Razr Fold comes to North America, it's $19.99? Hopefully they do like a $250 pre-order discount. Hopefully they pack in with that incredible bundle. And then you've got something that I think is competitive. And I think that Motorola might be, let's just say financially, for the long-term success of their folding phones, they might be incentivized to just kind of say, we're not really going to make a lot of money on the Razr Fold. We just have to keep our market share and make people understand that our folding phones are just as good as anybody else's. Kind of have to take that hit and just sell as many of these things as they can. Of course, we also have the rumors that Samsung they're going to be releasing a second Z Fold 8, a wider version to directly counter the iPhone Fold, and yet, of course, they are seeing their stuff drop as well. So in a way, you could almost say that Samsung is the biggest loser. They're launching two book-style folding phones this year, and yet their numbers, according to Counterpoint Research, are dropping. What I want to hear from you guys is this. Does it make a bit more sense, looking at what these market analysts think, does it make a bit more sense why Samsung is trying to head-to-head directly counter Apple with a device that matches the aspect ratio and design that Apple is going with? I think it does. Do you believe these numbers? Do you think Apple is going to come in and be that successful straight away? Will Motorola kind of be forced to be more aggressive with the pricing of their phone and the bundles, maybe to the benefit of us consumers? There's so much to unpack in the comments, so get to it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.